Dating has changed a lot in the past couple of decades, going from meeting at the ice cream shop to Tinder, Grindr, or any other number of apps. It's only ever gotten easier to communicate with new people. The entire premise of VR's most popular game, VRChat, is socializing. Inevitably, people were going to start dating in it. But is VR really a place where you can find a good partner? More importantly, are you going to get kidnapped? Let's talk about it. Do you recognize this logo, or this one, or maybe even this one? If so, I'm sorry. All jokes aside, online dating is a real thing that's here to stay. 25% of couples actually reported meeting online just in 2021. Now, these numbers are from more traditional forms of online dating, which is just really weird to say. And if we're going to talk about VR-only dating, there's kind of an issue. Nobody has ever gotten good statistics about VR dating in general for one reason or another. VRChat is huge. With around 50,000 people online at any given moment, I'm not going to be able to do this alone. I'm going to have 10 of my closest friends asking VRChat players how they met their partner and compiling all of the answers into one big spreadsheet. And in case this wasn't enough, we brought out the big guns. This is Fia, one of VRChat's biggest and brightest content creators. Her videos have helped countless people get into VRChat, and as a result, her server has over 2,000 of some of the most dedicated players. A gold mine for some of that sweet, sweet data. I'm starting to sound like Mark Zuckerberg. It was a long shot, but I DM'd her admin asking for permission to share a Google survey in their Discord server. And with that, it was getting late, so I hopped into bed for a quick nap. In the morning, I woke up to some great news. Fia's admin allowed me to post my survey in their Discord. And with that great news, it was time for me and my friends to put in the legwork.
We're on a mission now. I have a question for you. Are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship?
I can't seem to shake all my love. You drive me crazy in the loveliest ways. I stay up all night to think about the things that you say. I call your phone and hope to hear your voice all over again and again.
I've got a question.
Make me fall in love. Why don't you just make me fall in love again? I can't deny I'm in love.
In just a few days, we had responses from over 1,000 people. First, I want to talk about this section right here. Being the largest group by far, what do you possibly think this group could be? And your time is up, it's single people. This may or may not have surprised you. For my single homies out there, keep rocking, baby. And now we move on to our second biggest section. These are people who met somebody in VRChat and decided to date them. Plenty of people do decide to date here. Now it's time for some tea. Let's talk about the quality of these people. When me and my friends asked people if they've ever dated in this game, we often got a lot more than we bargained for.
I got called a red flag for breaking up with them or my mental health.
VRChat has a bit of a reputation. To talk about this, we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper into VRChat culture. If you've spent a reasonable amount of time in this game, you'll know that it sometimes attracts people who are a little strange.
I'm a Hello Kitty girl, right?
Yes, the game that allows you to be anyone by putting a box on your face might attract some weird people. The very first person that I asked my question to went on to tell me a whole story of how she used weather station radar data to locate the guy that she was talking to.
Also started is because he...
That's a little off-putting. I hope other people had better luck.
Most of them were pretty shit.
Right at the end, no, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I've only dated like 2 people in this motherfucker, and both of them were bad experiences.
Okay, that's enough tea. This video is about VR dating apps. So what do these apps even look like? I opened Nevermet for the first time to be greeted by a low-res logo and a lot of pink. Great color choice. I got started on making my account. It asked me the normal things like my gender identity, what platform I play on, and even if I have full body. Which is really important if you want to do adult things like handstands. After filling out my birth date and bio, I was asked what communities I'm part of. I was really shocked to see Rec Room and Roblox on there. More on that in a second. After uploading a really professional headshot and a mugshot of my arrest, I was ready to go. All I did was match with every single person in the hopes that I could find someone who actually uses the app to score an interview. And really quickly, that's exactly what happened. Meet Tappin, a southern-grown, corn-fed femboy. What is your best experience with Nevermet? And what is your worst experience with it?
I'd have to say my best experience was actually I ended up meeting someone that ended up getting with for just 5 or 6 months, and it just kind of ended very quickly. I mean, it was nice. We got together pretty well, but just didn't work out in the end. Worst was definitely just like probably just overall just some of the people I've met that have been absolutely horrific.
And that brings us to the real meat and potatoes. There's an inherent problem with VR dating, and specifically with the way that Nevermet is set up. For some of you, this is going to be a positive, and for a lot of you, this is going to be a negative. It depends. Nevermet markets itself as a dating platform for avatars, going as far as not even allowing you to add IRL photos to your profile. But what really is an avatar?
This is my avatar, and like many other people's, it represents my personality. The easiest way to understand this is that it's like a profile picture on any other social media platform, but 3D and interactive.
I personally consider avatars as an extension of someone's personality in the same way that someone's art or music taste is a reflection of who they are.
People make all sorts of nasty assumptions based on somebody's appearance.
The beautiful thing about VR is that I don't know what any of these people actually look like. It helps me connect with them based on their personality and nothing else.
Now, this is all fine and dandy if you're just looking to make friends. I appreciate the idea of an avatar just being an extension of somebody's personality, but if I was looking to date somebody, I would appreciate honesty and knowing what they actually look like.
You can tell a lot about a person based on how they keep their hair, how they shave, how they smell. If someone smells funky, you'd probably assume some things about their personality. Because this is all in virtual reality, you really don't get any of these cues. Going further with that, you never really know who they are. And that brings up the kidnapping thing. Not too long ago, a 13-year-old boy was abducted by a man that he met on VRChat and Roblox.
Let's rewind to when I was making my Nevermet profile. Take a look at the list of games that they support. Why is Roblox on here, and why Rec Room? To be clear, these are games that don't necessarily discriminate with age, but are very clearly marketed towards kids, and that just kind of puts up a red flag for me personally.
I've met some really great people on VRChat. Some of these people I would even call genuine friends. But dating people in this game is something that never really crossed my mind. I'm not a stranger to online relationships. I like to think that I understand how online relationships work, or how they don't.
Online relationships can be difficult, plain and simple.
The internet creates some great opportunities to talk to people and interact with them that would otherwise be impossible. While I have met some genuinely amazing people in VRChat, there's a reason that you see so many of them just sitting in front of a mirror. People in VRChat tend to be in one of two extremes: mentally stable and incredibly chill, or absolutely deranged sociopaths who use VR as a means to escape their existence in real life.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. VRChat can attract people who simply don't have their life together.
I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your dad. But if you chose to date somebody that you met in VRChat, do your due diligence before you give them an opportunity to fuck your life up.
Stay safe out there, my friend.